Why? This Terrence Gangster Williams, aka OG Giggity. The beef between the Magnolia and the St. Thomas, the tent war, started back in the late 80s at this school called Corn High School. On Saturday, we'd give a dance, like a little party, but it's in the gym, the auditorium in the gym, and in the school upstairs. You know, in the dance, got a bunch of youngsters, people in there pushing and shoving, repping their hood, their ward, fighting happening after the dance, just shooting. They killed one of my homies, Fat Larry, out the Magnolia. And from there, just to be on back and forth, back and forth. I was in juvenile jail when all this stuff happened. I come home, I seen the tent war boys come through the Magnolia in a certain kind of truck, and they was cranking a gun, and that thing was spitting. But the problem was, they ain't hit nobody. They ain't hit nothing. But it's come out and making all that noise. So once I, gotten really in the groove of things, one of them boys at 10 War tried me, played with me. I let him have it, hit him 10 times. I played guilty to it, y'all, back in 93. And he was coming to court on us, but the reason why he backed up, he didn't back up. The reason why he didn't go all the way through with it, because he wound up trying to rob a bank. And they chased him, and he got caught with the gun, the mask. So he wound up going to federal prison, but that's why he wasn't able to go along with the cooperation to testify against us in the state. So the tent war and Magnolia just go back and forth with their beef. That beef went from the late 80s. I want to say it stopped maybe in 93. Well, no, yeah, it stopped in 93 because I remember one time about to throw a cross. We was at a concert, and the Ted Water, the Calio got into it, and I was like, yo, this is my opportunity, because at this time I'm beef with the yo. I'm like, I could go in the yo and just shoot it up, and then screen tent wall, then go in a tent wall and shoot it up, screen yo, and that way, because they had a little fight in the dance, and one of the dudes at the tent wall had dropped his Rolex watch. So I was like, yo, this is the perfect opportunity right now. I need them two projects to get the clashing. But needless to say, they ain't clashed. They had a little minor bump in. I guess the tent wall felt the Cali was too far. Cali might felt the tent wall was too far for them to ride up Motor King to meet up with one another. But I sure was thinking about entertaining that. But anyway, the tent wall and Magnolia, dudes meet up in jail. And the crazy part about it, in jail, Magnolia, the third war and the tent wall, we clicked together to fight the night war. But on the streets, we at war with each other, trying to tear each other head off. So back then, there was a lot of guys at that tent wall. They was known for slinging their tool, doing their thing. And we would go back and forth. We ride in the tent wall, going to the St. Thomas Project, cut up, act a fool. They come back there to the Magnolia, cut up, act a fool. But back then, it was a lot of senseless shooting, but we wasn't losing nobody. The last time somebody was killed was the tent ward. Some people were shot up bad and killed. I want to say in '92. That was the last time, and after that, everything just started dying down. It wasn't too much retaliation behind that. After that happened, I guess they were like, okay. I guess, because a lot of guys at the tent wall started going to jail too. I don't want to say that because they had a lot of head busters from back there, but a lot of them started going to prison. Some of them getting killed, but they was doing their thing. There was a force to be reckoned with back then. So I remember one time we met up in Paris, OPP, and it was deep back there. So they had jumped one of the homies back there, and then after that, they talked about it, but they always kept us separated. Then I came across two of them, but there was two that they didn't really have nothing to do with what was going on. They was just out the 10 War project, so we would talk about it. And it was the one that let me know the guy at the 10 War that I shot had he had came to court, right? We in court. That I had two co-defendants on this case. One of them they wound up releasing. The other co-defendant, they offered him probation. And how my state go is once they offer you probation, they want you to get on the stand that same day and tell them what happened, how it happened, give them the whole story. They sentence you that day. They offer my co-defendant the probation, He got up there. I was like, oh man, I'm about to go down. He told him he stated his name for the record, and he told the people he shot the boy, did all that. I was like, oh man, good looking out. Because the state was upset with me because I had a homicide that I was charged with another co-defendant, and because they come got me from juvenile jail, and they was upset that I wasn't cooperating against him. So he took the charge for the attempt murder, and like 2 weeks later, they had offered me probation, and I didn't really take the probation because I was like, nah. But then I was like, well, I don't go back to juvenile jail. But then the big homie Stone was like, man, take that, come on home and chill with me. I'm out here, grinding right now. I was like, you know what? Then if I take the probation, I don't have to go back to juvenile jail because once you have an adult record, they don't let you back on juvenile compound. So I was like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and take the probation, and then I'll be through with juvenile. So that's what I did. I went on 2 weeks later. I pled guilty to aggravated battery by shooting. They gave me a 10-year suspended sentence, 5 years probation, and this was back in September of '93. I would later go back to jail for intimidating a witness in January '94, and then in February '94, the judge said, "You've been getting in too much trouble, so I'm going to revoke your probation." He said, "Sign that paper and come back tomorrow." I was like, hell no, he better let me go. Come back tomorrow, turn myself in? Wow. All right, y'all. I went signed the paper, shot to that Magnolia, packed all my bag, went downtown by this girl named Trina. She had a sister named Ruben. And she had another older sister that lived in there, the cousin, thick red girl. So I'm in the house with 4 women, y'all. Can you believe that? I'm in there with 4 women. I ain't had sex with all of them. I ain't gonna cap. But I'm in the house with them. That's all what count. 4 women and me by my lonesome. But that didn't last long because I got caught like in March. I'm in the project, back in the door, you hanging out, block party. One of the homies out the 17 wall came through. He had a job for me to do. And he was giving me the address, the dude, picture, the name, this and this. And as we talking, because I know I need this money, because I'm saying to myself, I'm about to get ready to go do state time. So as we talking, I see an undercover agent come through the cut. And I'm like, I move, he move. I go this way, he go this way. I said, they back in for me. I just took out running, and the police just started coming out of all hiding spots, chasing me. I ran on the old side of the project, ran through one hallway, went through another one. And I don't know why I did that goofy stuff. I stayed in one of the hallways thinking I could hide. Thought I hadn't got away from them. But they searched all the hallways, found me. And that's what sent me to do my state bid. So I wound up going to state. And I wound up getting locked up in March of '95. And I went and did my state bid all the way to 1996. So I had to go lay down for a minute. Came home. I come home April 16 of '96. May night, I had the green Q45. Got the license plate on that thing with say bow to the man. I had jumped out with it on my mind, getting that money. And then that's when me and the Calio, we were still connected then. That's when the beef started coming about, when the cross happened. So me and the Calio, we had fell out back then, but this is not about the Calio right now. But y'all just stay tuned, because I know y'all want to know about some more, but be cool. I'm out of here. Wah!